Hey everyone, I'm Grant, the Rusty Autoholic guy, and welcome back to the channel. Today I want to introduce to you my new to me 2006 Jeep Commander Limited with a 5.7 liter V8 engine. Let's get into this. Alright, let's first go over the engine. It is a Hemi 5.7 liter V8 with 330 horsepower and 375 foot-pounds of torque. And I decided to get this engine because of its towing capacity. With this Commander, I'll be able to tow about 7,200 pounds. Now, as many of the people that know me, there are three types of engines I like. I like small engines, I like inline engines, I like diesels. This is none of those, and I have to admit, I've had this less than a week, and what I have driven of it in that time, I really am beginning to understand why people love V8s. This thing moves. It's incredible. All right, let's talk about what this is really for. As much as I love my LJ Rubicon and I thought it was going to be big enough for my family, my kids are just getting bigger and bigger as they get older. So really, I needed a much larger SUV so I could go on trips with my family. And this really fits the bill. It has everything I want, and it's big enough that as my son and daughter get taller and bigger, which I am utterly shocked by how tall they are getting right now. My son's almost up to my shoulder. He's not even 13 yet, and I'm 6'5". This is just going to be the most comfortable vehicle I can put them in. And with how big it is, I actually feel really safe and be comfortable at the same time, which again has never been a priority for me. I like Wranglers for their utility, and quite frankly, I was looking for a four-door Wrangler. Not really at the Commander. I just kind of happened to start looking at the Commanders, and I realized in terms of value, this was a third of the cost of a four-door Wrangler. And once I started looking more into what it could do, especially the towing capacity with the Hemi V8, it became a no-brainer. So let's move the camera inside and take it for a quick test drive. All right, before we get going, let's talk about the size. This has 3 rows of seats. I have the third row folded down because with the third row up, you cannot see out of that rear window. So all the reviews that say the rear visibility is bad when the third row is up is absolutely true. So I'm going to leave those folded down until I absolutely need them. Next, let's talk about one feature that I still find odd, and I'm not sure I'm going to leave on once I can figure out how to turn it off, and it's this one. You turn it to run, and it slides you forward. And I get the logic behind it. It's supposed to make it so you can get in and out of the vehicle a lot easier, but I think I'm worried at some point that it's going to cause the motor and the driver's seat to fail. So I'm still not sure if I'm going to leave that on or off, but I am enjoying it. And that beep you heard is telling me that my tires are low on air pressure. Yet again, another reason why I'm looking to do a small lift and bigger tires on this Commander. So let's get to driving. With this V8 engine, you barely have to get on the throttle, and this thing will get up to speed very quickly. Again, I'm pretty new to V8s. I've only owned one other vehicle that had a V8, and it was a big 2-door single cab long bed pickup truck. But that truck had a lot of issues, so I don't have a lot of experiences with V8s. Most of my experience is with inline engines and a mixture of 4-cylinder and 6 cylinders. I've already talked about the engine. Let's hit on the transmission. This is actually one of my favorite transmissions. This is a 545 RFE 5-speed automatic with dual overdrives. This is actually the same transmission that's in my diesel Liberty. And honestly, that was the transmission that really converted me from a manual transmission guy to an automatic guy. I've really grown to love this automatic transmission. It's part of the reason why I'm switching to the 6R80 6-speed automatic in my TJ Wrangler. It's for that dual overdrive, having an overdrive for about 55 to 60 miles per hour, and then another overdrive for anything over 65. Just really helps with your fuel economy. But more so than that, aside from the fuel economy benefit, it's just the drivability of the vehicle. So one of my favorite things about this Commander is the transmission. The other thing I really like is the drivetrain. This has the Quadra Drive 2 setup, so it has 3 LSDs in it, one in the transfer case and one in the front axle and the rear axle. So this is always in all-wheel drive. And the great thing about that, we have a nice little stretch of road. We're gonna get up to the speed limit kind of quick. Here we go. Still spun the tires. Ooh, and we are there. When you give it the power, it goes. It just goes so fast. And even with that Quadra Drive 2, I still spun the tires. Now, admittedly, the tires that are on this vehicle right now are bad. They're a bit dry, meaning dry rotted, and I'm just not happy with them. So I've already ordered new tires and a lift kit, and I really think that's going to help with traction and everything else. So the one thing I have noticed, especially coming up on this turn here, is you really get a sense for how big this Commander is. I find, unlike my Wranglers, I'm really having to concentrate right now to make sure I keep the Commander in the lane and on the road. Now, I am sure this will become easier with time. Again, I am used to driving mid-size to small SUVs, and this is truly a large SUV. But it is something I have been acutely aware of ever since I bought it. One of my other favorite things about this Commander are the seats. I really wanted the dark brown leather seats. It's one of my favorite color combos. But what I didn't realize when I was searching for this Commander was just how adjustable these seats are. Being a tall person, I've always struggled to fit in a vehicle comfortably, and I didn't realize just the number of adjustments I could make to these seats so I could fit in it comfortably. I remember when I was first driving this back, I hadn't tried adjusting the seats, and I actually sat up higher, and it was a little bit awkward to hold the steering wheel. I felt like I was steering right on my legs. And I finally found the switches and I started messing with it, and I was able to lower my rear end, raise where my legs are so my thighs are supported by the seat, and then I was able to lower the entire seat so I have great visibility. I don't have to duck to look at stoplights, but I was also just very comfortable at the same time. It feels like a very natural driving position to me. So it's one of those things that, had I known, I probably would have been looking for a Commander a lot sooner than I did. But it does give me ideas of trying to find these Commander seats that can be adjusted in all these different ways, and seeing if I can't retrofit them into my TJ and my LJ. I think that would make both of those vehicles way more comfortable. All right, let's see how quick this thing gets up to 55 miles per hour. This is gonna be fun. Make sure no cars are coming. And let's go. Whoa, and we are there. That's addictive. That amount of power is just so satisfying to play with. Like I said, this Hemi moves. All right, everyone, that's all I have for this video. I hope you've enjoyed looking around my new Commander. Like I said, I am going to do a couple of videos very soon on just fixing a couple of things, like putting on a lift and different tires. But after that, you'll only see this on the channel occasionally. I really am going to focus on my Wranglers and some of my other Jeep projects. But anyway, it's YouTube. You know what to do. Take out more than you bring, tread lightly, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.